Ahoy Rum Explorers, I'm Nia, and it is Sample Sundays. Today is an extra special Sample Sundays. Because the samples I'm bringing to you is actually from one of our super special crew members, Phil. He so kindly sent me a really nice combination of some incredible rums. And let me tell you, you see my t-shirt? Why the rum is all gone? It's because of me. Yes. Apparently we're on amateur hour here at MRDC, and this is my second take on the Sample Sundays. At least, let me tell you, I'm gonna spill the beans already. Incredible samples. But hey, I'll take one for the team again and resample these samples basically. But very excited to talk about these. So we're gonna go from the unaged to the aged. So the first one is gonna be a very interesting rum, which I'm so excited I'm able to get a sample of. This is the SBS Single Origin Ecuador Malacatos. It is supposed to be like a rum agricole. This area in Ecuador, which is Malacatos, is near Loja, which is a city where a lot of Americans go to retire. Now, I personally haven't been because it's 8-hour drive from where I'm originally from. But let's go ahead and pour this. This is gonna be an unaged. I can already smell the sugarcane juice. Remember, this is a volcanic area, so we do expect some incredible flavorings, quite unique rum agricole types. This is gonna be from that same very unique company that I tried the Guyana bottle. If you did not see that review, I'll go ahead and put that above. Apparently our crew member is quite a fan of daiquiris, and these unaged rum agricoles go really well with daiquiris or with tea punches. If you're not familiar with tea punch, it's a very common cocktail in the French speaking islands. So thank you so much, Phil, for giving me 2 of these because I definitely want to try tea punches. I actually got a swizzle stick or a bois-lele, which is the perfect way to mix the sugar at the bottom of the glass. So make sure you hit that subscribe button so you watch me make the bois-lele, and I'll post some pictures on our community tab. If you are a crew member, don't miss out on that tab because I post a lot of stuff on there as well. Now, a lot of sweetness to this. The alcohol is starting to dissipate, but this is an unaged rum. It's quite unique, but still delicious and quite on the sweeter side. So let's try it. Cheers. Well, I am getting some of that white peppery notes on the back of my palate, a little bit of smokiness, but overall delicious. This is quite enjoyable. A little bit of the grapefruity finish at the end. And then this next one is a Triple X6 Mauritius. It's 67.2%. Quite impressed with this rum. I had Phil try it the other day. This was his favorite, and this was quite unique. So thank you so much to our crew member. I literally found only a couple posts about this rum. So it seems to be like a really, I don't know, I don't want to say obscure distillery in Mauritius, but it seems to be a very well promoted distillery. The coloring is a little bit on the lighter side, but let me tell you, I remember this one, and this one was quite enjoyable. I know it's a little bit more on the aged side. I think it was ex-bourbon if I'm not mistaken, but let's go ahead and sample it again. Cheers. Wow, the nose is also very unique. Some oakiness, some sweetness from the, I'm assuming it's also rum agricole. So good. I wonder if they chill filter it, because it tastes like an amazing, really well-aged rum. Honestly, on the 4 square level is what I'm getting, but it's quite clear. It's quite light in the coloring. So they either used a really well barrel that didn't add a lot of coloring, or they char filtered this or filtered this multiple times, because I'm very surprised that it is this flavorful. My mouth is watering, it's crazy. That it's this flavorful and so light in the color. It's incredible. On the notes, I'm also getting some oakiness, some flowery notes. It smells like a beautiful perfume. I'm also getting kind of like a root beer sweetness. This is quite interesting. Phil actually loved this. Yeah, very good. Very good. Cheers. And last but not least, and my personal favorite, it's the MOBA Strand 101. So it's 101 proof. It's batch number 201956, which by the way, Phil, I did not find a lot of these bottles reviewed of that batch number. So thank you so much for taking care of me and spoiling me with all these super rare samples. This is again 101 proof. This was actually my favorite, and it was really hard to stop drinking after I did my Sample Sunday video the other day, which is where you saw my picture. And I apologize, I wasn't able to put this video out last Sunday. I had some issues with my SD card and I don't know what happened, but it deleted the videos. But here I am with the Sample Sunday. Make sure you give Phil huge kudos, our fellow crew member that sent me these samples. So kind of you. Now, this is a South African rum, quite unique. I'm gonna put the card up above because the owner of this distillery actually did a live video from the festival in Paris for our friend Paul from Drums and Rums. So I'm definitely gonna link that video so you can check it out. So this specific batch, Strand, is the name of their basically like rum ambassador, and it's so cool that they name it after ambassadors from their company that travel the world basically showing off their beautiful rums. He also brings up some incredible points in that video that I definitely want you guys to check it out, and let me know, or let Paul know in the comments down below of that video what you think, because he brings up some really good points about the difference between US festivals. By the way, that festival I would love to attend. There was like 1,500 exhibitors, and they had just the tent alone for bottles that you could buy. So after trying all these amazing bottles, you'd go to the store, quote unquote, and buy any rums that you found interesting. But this is definitely my favorite. It does go through the typical process, you know, of rum, but the quite interesting thing is the last thing they do is they grab staves of a very specific wood that you can only find in South Africa to add a very unique flavoring to this rum, which I absolutely love. When I originally tasted this rum, they want to basically highlight the kind of like the barbecue feel. So like you're outside, you're barbecuing, you're with your friends, and then you're drinking, sipping this delicious rum. And I did get a lot of like oakiness, like mesquite barbecue flavorings, which is incredible. So cheers. This is so good. So it does have some heat to it, but not a big hug for 101 proof. The other thing that I absolutely love about this rum is that this is the first rum that finishes with literal toffee flavorings at the back and top of your palate. Usually a lot of the rums, the beginning of your palate is sweet, and then it goes and diversifies into like oakiness or a little bit of bitter. Like the second one was a little bit like, the first one was a little bit like grapefruity. This one is straight up sweetness. It's incredible. I'm absolutely obsessed. Like I want to get all these bottles because it's so freaking good. If you do see this is definitely a rum that I recommend buying. It is exceptional. You can tell there's a lot of passion in their product. The bottles are gorgeous. They make these beautiful, looks like balsa wood containers for their bottles, which is crazy, for their labeling too. I'll put some pictures here so you can see. But man, thank you so much, Phil. This rum is superb, incredible, obsessed, and thank you so much for sharing these very rare expressions. I'm so grateful. This is my favorite, man. The nose, kind of like a rum agricole, but the flavorings are, you get that mesquite barbecue flavor and then that sweet toffee caramel. It's very sweet, and I'm sure they don't add anything because the owner is quite particular about rums and additives and all that good stuff. But anyway, if you have not hit that subscribe button, make sure you do so we can welcome you on board and you can be a crew member. We'll love to see your comments down below of if you've tried any of these very unique rums. I just look forward to continuing to connect with all the crew members in this wonderful community, and I look forward to the next rum. Cheers.